I did it again! He is now back! Holy mackerel!
That's right, boys and girls. The juice is now back. I know I've been away for a while, but I'm back at this. I'm gaming again, hardcore. The game that I'm playing right now is Pubg. Actually, there's two games, Pubg and Fortnite. But today I'm not really going to talk specifically about these games, but I'm going to talk about the fact that I finally converted to keyboard and mouse. Now, to give you a bit of a background on myself, I started playing the Nintendo way back when there was just two buttons, the D-pad and start and select. And obviously I worked my way all the way up to the PlayStation and the Xboxes and what's not. So I consider myself a console gamer. But in 2014, I made the switch. I decided to build my own computer and get into the computer gaming. But I never really got away from playing with the controller. So I got myself a dongle and everything. So I was using my Xbox controller, which to me is the greatest controller in the world. That thing is so comfortable. But anyways, I started playing Call of Duty and all those other first-person shooters. And every game actually that I played on computer, I played with the controller because I was I won't say scared, but you know, all those keys on the keyboard was kind of intimidating. So a few weeks ago, I had to download to Windows 10 because you know, I wanted to use my Bluetooth Bose headset, and unfortunately there's no support for that. That's a Q35 or whatever it is. Yeah, there's no support for it for Windows 7. So I finally decided to take the plunge into Windows 10. So after I downloaded it and uploaded and upgraded and whatever else, I realized my Xbox controller wasn't working. I resetted the dongle, downloaded the updated drivers. I even went and bought a new one, but it still wasn't playing. So around that time, I was kind of just getting to the height of Pubg. Yes, I know I've been playing Pubg only for about 2 months now. But anyways, that's a different story altogether. So yes, I was very into Pubg at that point, and you know, not being able to play on my regular routine was really getting to me. So I decided, you know what, let me try the keyboard and the mouse. Now, looking back, I think that's probably the best move I've ever made in terms of gaming. You know, I always heard that the keyboard and the mouse is so much more accurate. And I mean, I used to see it when I was playing with a controller because in many cases, things I could have done on a console, especially when playing first-person shooters, I couldn't really get done on the computer. You know, I would average more deaths than usual. So getting into this keyboard and mouse, man, this thing is so accurate. I mean, when I first started out, there was a bit of a growing pain and a learning curve. You know, I couldn't kill nobody. It was pretty bad, you know, but you know, I never quit. I decided, you know what, I'm gonna continue rather than giving up. I mean, I'm still not as good as a lot of these other people for obvious reasons. You know, those people have been playing for years and years, I'm sure. But for me, I think the 2 months I've been playing with the keyboard and the mouse, I think I've been doing pretty good. My only regret is getting rid of my Corsair gaming keyboard because, you know, that there was geared, I think, more towards gaming. I'm using the Logitech Craft keyboard, and, you know, it's getting the job done. But I think I will probably go back to a corded keyboard and mouse in the near future once I continue playing with the keyboard and mouse. But again, now let's talk about the keyboard and the mouse. Now, it can be a bit intimidating because again, the keyboard has how many buttons, and the mouse, you know, there's typical mouses now, or mice basically have a lot more buttons, not just the right and left clicker. But rather than looking at it from a intimidating standpoint, look at it from a beneficial standpoint. The customizable or customizability, if there's a word such, you know, it's off the chain. You know, it's so much stuff you could do. Every button, rather than, like for instance in Pubg, you know, rather than pressing one button to do several different commands, you know, the keyboard, you customize it. One button could do one thing, or you could have several buttons that, you know, that performs different actions. You know, you could just do whatever you want. Like for me, for Pubg, I use the thumb clicker for my reload, because if I'm going to be using my mouse, my right hand to shoot and aim. I think I should also use that same hand to reload my gun. But yeah, so again, I've the 2 months, I just can't get over it. I mean, I was really gonna quit after the first couple days of, you know, not even being able to hit somebody with a gun. But I'm really happy that I stuck with it. So apart from the customizability of the keyboard and mouse, you know, the accuracy, again, I touched a bit on it earlier, and I just can't get over it. I mean, especially long range, like you could just pinpoint exactly where the enemy is and just pick him off, especially if you have a sniper, or even if you don't have a scope. You know, in PUBG, you know, it's so much easier. I think that game, and even Fortnite, is really geared towards PC gamers, because with Fortnite, building with a PC keyboard and mouse, oh man, it's so much easier. You could just press one button. You could build your walls. You could build your floor, your custom, whatever you want to do. It's so much more easier than playing with a controller. So the big question is now, after all this ranting and raving about the keyboard and mouse, do I still consider myself a console guy? Yes, I do. Because I love my PlayStation, I love my Xbox. Certain games, certain exclusive games for those consoles, I look forward to them when they do or come out. So I'll forever be a console gamer. But once I'm playing PC, especially if I'm playing first-person shooters, I am gonna be using the keyboard and the mouse, and I'm gonna put that controller away. When it comes to sports, like for instance, Madden 19 is coming out for the PC in the next couple days or weeks. I am gonna get it on the PC. I'm gonna make that plunge, but I'm definitely gonna pull out my Xbox controller. I'm probably gonna have to get a wired controller if I'm gonna use it with this PC. I don't know what's the problem with that, but anyways, that's a different topic for a different day. I'm digressing pretty much. But anyways, yeah, you know, for me right now, my biggest weakness is up close type combat. You know, those, especially those situations where someone just pop in front of you and you have to react real quick. Those kind of situations, I still panic a bit and I lose my finger, and you know, especially the back button, which I think is S. But those long range combat, or even the medium range, I'm better now. I could handle myself and protect my team when needs be. But you know, in time I would get better in those close range combat situation. I just need to just chill, relax, and you know, let the game come to me rather than getting all panicking and panicky. And but again, it's I like the experience. Another regret I have is basically not making the switch earlier. You know, 2014, as I said, I built my first computer back then. Since then I've built about 3, and I just never made the plunge. But again, better late than never. I'm practicing right now for Call of Duty and Battlefield when they come out. This year I won't buy them on the PlayStation nor the Xbox. I think I'll stick strictly with the PC version. Hopefully it doesn't suck too much, and hopefully there's no cheating and, you know, too much modding and what's not. That's one of my biggest problems with PC gaming. You know, it's like it's so open. You have a lot of hackers and what's not. But anyways, that's another topic for another day. And you know, it takes a lot of practice. You know, I've been only playing for 2 months, and in that 2-month period, I went from not even being able to hit someone with a bullet to averaging maybe about 4 or 5 kills per game. That's pretty good in just 2 months. So if I could do it, I think anyone could do it. It's just, you just gotta get over that first hurdle of actually applying yourself to do it. And secondly, after you get over that first hurdle, the second hurdle is persistent, sticking to it. You know, you have to stick with it. Don't give up just because you're not getting that 5, 6, 10, 15 kills, depending on what game you're playing with. You know, you just have to stick with it. Just don't let the negativity of dying or not getting or perfecting it at the early stage get to you. You know, so that would be my best advice to anyone who's thinking about making that switch from console to PC gaming. More specifically, changing from going from a controller to a keyboard and mouse. This is my experience. Maybe for you, you might get it done in about a week or a couple of days, you know, but you won't know until you try for yourself and see how that goes. So tell me, what do you play with if you're playing with a PC, do you play with a controller? Do you play with a mouse and keyboard? And if you do play with a mouse and keyboard, what type or what brand do you play with? Do you use wired, wireless? Do you believe in the myth that the wired is better than the wireless? You know, just leave your thoughts below. And, you know, let me know what you think about the whole keyboard versus controller argument. So I think I've ranted enough for this video. I wasn't planning for it to be so long, but I just had to share it with my group. Anyways, boys and girls, that's all for today. If you like this video, just hit that like button, subscribe, you know, leave your comments below about, you know, this video or whatever you use or whatever you feel comfortable with. Till next time, thanks for watching. God bless.